Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm Sam.
And together, we're actors from opposite sides of the world, just having a gander.
A chat. We're always going to laugh. It's okay. We can edit it millions and millions of times.
So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different with the podcast, which is exciting. So over the next couple of weeks, however long we do this podcast for, we're going to start interviewing different people. Interview is a loose term.
We've got questions in notes on our phone, and people are being called in. I think that counts.
Yeah, it counts as an interview.
Yeah, we're not Jodie Paxman, but we're getting there.
We're doing our best. Yeah. We just keep on keeping on. And we're going to ask them different ways that COVID-19 has affected them, and maybe different strategies they've used to get through it, or what's happened with their work, or whatever it is. We're going to be asking just different people from different types of jobs and things.
Yeah.
So today is very exciting. Our first guest is one of our biggest fans.
Oh, yeah. One of 20 of our biggest fans.
One of our 20 fans. And he is a 14-year-old boy. He is my brother. His name is Joshua. And we thought we'd get him on and have a chat about how COVID-19 has affected the kids of the world, how it's affected their education. He's currently on holidays, so how he's dealing with being stuck inside. So here we go. All right, so here we are. Say hello, Joshua.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you tell everyone how old you are and what year you are in school?
I'm 14 and I'm currently in year 9.
Cool. And by the sound of things, you're in Australia, right?
Yeah, good old Aussie town.
Good old Aussie town. All right. Well, can you tell us about your hobbies and some things you like to do, like your favourite subjects at school or the things you do outside of school, etc., etc. Just, give us a bit of info about you and who is Joshua and what makes him tick.
Well, Joshua, he's a man who loves music.
Oh, yes.
He loves to do music, singing, dancing, acting.
Okay.
All of it.
Sounds similar to someone else I know, but anyway.
Yes. And my favourite subject at school is either music or maybe a bit of art.
Oh, a bit of art.
Yeah.
What are you working on in art at the moment? Well, not at the moment. What were you working on in art?
In art, in year 9 we don't get to do art, so it's a bit upsetting, but...
What?
You don't do art?
What?
Yeah, we don't do art. So we don't do music or art in year 9.
What?
Okay, that needs explaining.
Whoa. I've just started a letter to the Australian government. Let me just calm down.
What?
So in year 7 and 8, there were options to do music and art. I mean, there were core subjects.
Yeah. But
in year 9, there's you can either pick it as one elective that you do for a term, and that's about it.
Cool. Can I ask a really important question here? Is sport a core subject?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, as it should be. As it should be. But so should everything else. You can't take sport off just to put art in, but you just put art in.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's a completely different podcast there. I could talk for hours.
We'll publish our letter to whoever the education secretary of Australia is.
Anyway, so we digress for very important cause. Anyway, so today what we wanted to talk about was how COVID-19 has affected schools and learning and your happiness at home, and how being at home has affected you, Joshua. Okay. So question numero 1. Can you tell us what happened at your school and the process of the school closing and why it closed and how they told you it closed and all those things? So can you tell us about that?
So it was a Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
And we all finished doing our training, and they called all of the year 9s back to the year 9 centre, which is separated from the main bit of the school, so we had to lug ourselves all the way back up to year 9.
Oh, how hard your life is.
I hate my walk to year 9 block. God.
So difficult. And then they sat us down in the building and they discussed that there was testing going on for someone at the school that was maybe a possible COVID-19 thing.
Oh, so someone had tested positive, or was maybe...
Oh, no, not positive. They were going to be tested.
Right.
So they said that we were going to have Friday and Monday off. And then after that, it was like a week of just normal school. And then everything basically just escalated from there. And then, so the person didn't have the virus.
But you got 2 days off school, so woo!
Bonus.
Yeah. And
Right.
then after that, I guess the school thought it would be more safe to do school from home and do online learning.
Okay.
So for the last week of school, before school holidays,
Yes.
we were doing all of school online and sitting in front of a computer. So.
Okay. So you said you've been schooling from home. Can you tell me a bit more about that? I'm intrigued about how one takes your whole curriculum and makes it online. Like, do you get to communicate with your teachers online? How do you do things like physical education? Like, how does homeschooling via the computer work?
So it was mainly all coordinated through emails from teachers and using OneNote for them to give us tasks and assign us things to do.
Okay.
And so most of the things we had planned, like pracs or experiments, they had to all be pushed back, and tests that we had on that week all got pushed back into the start of the next term.
Oh, what a shame.
Damn it.
Well, everyone was a bit excited because they all got more time to study and stuff, but it was all just kind of new for everyone, so everyone was like kind of struggling to get their work done, or their internet wasn't working, so they couldn't get their tasks done. So it's because I'm assuming it would have been hard for the teachers as well to be coordinating a whole class when they can't actually see them in front of them. So.
Yeah, that's true. How do you control kids you can't even see? It's hard enough in the classroom.
Yeah.
How do you know you're even there?
Is there anyone there?
My internet would have definitely broken that week.
Yes.
Magically, I'm so sorry. The plug was cut by our cat that we don't have.
The cat chewed
This cat came in, chewed the wire, left.
I don't own a cat.
I promise, Mum. These stray Australian cats running around,
These
eating all your internet wires.
The kangaroo came in and...
The kangaroo, oh my god, this koala bear, for the hour he's awake a day, came in and decided that he didn't like our Wi-Fi.
We have... our Wi-Fi cords tend to taste like eucalyptus, so them...
As does everything in Australia, right?
Yeah. That's correct. Okay, so everything's like done by email. Is there anything like done through like Skype or anything like that? So do you actually get to see any learning, or is it like any of your teachers or anything like that?
So there's a thing called Microsoft Teams, which we had to install on our computers, which some of the teachers didn't really want to use because they find it a bit invasive.
Because they would have to put makeup on.
Yeah.
They would have to look like they're not in their pajamas.
That's a bit harsh on every teacher in Australia.
No, I just mean I'm in my pajamas
They're
right
educators.
now. So.
Yeah, me too. That's not the point.
But I would not want to be video. This is an audio medium, and that's the
true.
point.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
And so some of the teachers used it just to introduce us to the tasks we're doing, like during that period.
Okay.
But most of the teachers just decided not to use it.
Fair enough. Each to their own, you know. How have you found working, doing online home technology schooling? What would you call it?
Online
Well,
learning.
it's definitely
Online learning. Yes. Okay.
online learning.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
definitely a lot harder to stay concentrated, I guess,
Yes.
because you're not like in the environment, and the teachers aren't always keeping an eye on you, telling you what to do, or,
That's
or
true.
giving you constant help if you need it. So
Because you're a bit of a rat bag, aren't you, Joshua? Yeah, you don't like to do what you're told.
I'm so rebellious, you know.
Have you got a setup at home where you like can feel like that's where you do your work and that's where you know
Yes.
what's your setup?
So we set up a desk.
Okay.
It had a PowerPoint so I could have my computer charging the whole time.
Of course, important.
It had my maths textbook and my calculator and my pencil case.
Oh, back in the day,
Things
we
like
had a
that.
pencil case.
Oh.
I don't have a pencil case anymore.
What
What's
was on-
wrong with me?
What was on your pencil case?
I think mine changed over the years.
Yeah.
But it was always like a purpley, bluey color, as we
Okay.
know. That's kind of my
Yeah.
vibe. And it used to just get really dirty. You know, you carry it around all the time. Like,
Yeah.
what color is yours, Joshua? What's your pencil case vibe?
It's like a light green, but it's turned to like a dark.
Yeah,
He knows.
classic. Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows. Did you have to label your pencil case or anything, or do you just know that it's yours?
I mainly just keep it in my locker away from all the other people that.
Plus, you've got a reputation, right, Joshua? No one would touch your pencil case.
Yeah,
It's
because you're
like,
the.
oh shit! Oh, that's Joshua's pencil case. I can't touch it.
It's okay. Yes, because you're such a rebel. That's what we're going with there.
Such a rebel.
Such a rebel who likes music, dance, and theatre.
They go hand in hand, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've talked about that. What about PE? What have you been doing for like physical education?
So, because my math teacher's, he's like a fun guy. He's like the cool guy.
I'm really hoping watches this.
And he decided to send through Pilates videos
Yeah, he did. I love that.
Oh no!
of like middle-aged women doing like squats and
Oh
everything.
no!
And they had us follow along, and it was pretty fun. But he kind of lost it throughout the week. He just kind of gave up. So he said, "You can go for a walk, get fresh air, read
Fair.
a book or something different that we weren't doing."
Okay.
So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, at least you guys are lucky in Oz. A lot of you guys have backyards, and the weather's reasonably good right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So that makes it nice to get out and do some exercise. I know you sort of mentioned it before, but will being at home affect things like your exams at all?
Well, it's hard to know because it's most likely we'll have all of term 2 being online.
Yeah, right.
So it's hard to tell if they'll postpone the exams or just scrap them all up or do them online.
Yeah, right.
So,
Interesting.
well, it's a bit hard to know because the school usually lets the students know like last. Like we don't really know what's
Yeah,
happening
of course. You're the
at the
last to know.
moment with
Yeah.
anything. So
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. And I guess year 9, not so much. That's not like the most important exams of your life. But if you're in year 12, it kind of matters if your exams are going to be scrapped. Because your brother is in. Sorry, I'm talking to Sam here. Your brother is in which year?
So he's year 11.
Yeah.
So he's got AS exams, so like half of his A levels.
Yeah.
So they've, well, he doesn't know if they've scrapped them. They're thinking either that they resit the whole year and do the exams
What?
again, yeah, or if they just go on like a teacher average, so like an average of tests through the year, like not the meaningless ones, but the ones you do each term to recap what you've done.
Yeah.
They take an average of those, and then the teacher gives you your grade at the end of the year.
That's crazy. Because
But-
I remember in year 12, like, now I'm a little older than I was when I was in year 12.
Not
Let's
you
not
look it.
talk. Thank you so much,
You're
Sam.
welcome.
But in year 12, it was important. It's really important at the time
Yeah.
to, your enter, what we call our enter score or whatever, your
Yeah,
A-level score or whatever, is really kind of important at that time in your life. A year later, you're like, why did I care so much? But, the idea of repeating a whole year of
Yeah, that would
school
suck.
is a lot.
But then you finish school at 19, and then you finish uni at 22.
Yeah,
and like, you
which
feel
is
like
not so
there's a year
bad.
that's like gone.
But when
It feels odd.
you're 18, 17, 18, a year is a long time. A
Yeah.
year is a long time to anyone.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine having been asked in year 11 to repeat
No,
the year.
and it's not like it's like an amazingly fun year, is it? Like, oh my god, I'd love to resit my year 11 exams.
Yeah, it's true.
But not just resit them, I'd like to do the
The
entire,
entire year
again.
again. Yeah.
No fun. No
Yeah,
problem.
no, that doesn't seem fun. That's what I do worry about a little bit is those kids who have worked so hard and then are like, oh wait, I'm not
Yeah.
going to get.
Well, also means we're not going to get a graduating year from school or from uni.
That's
for that year.
crazy. That's
so
crazy.
there would be less doctors, less all sorts not
Yeah,
graduating. I don't know what would
interesting.
happen.
It is interesting. Cool. So the next thing I wanted to ask you is, Joshua, how you as a 14-year-old, teenage boy, are feeling about the whole COVID-19 crisis, we'll call it. How did it affect you when it was first happening? Like, did a lot of people at school react? Was there a lot of chat at school? Did it make you feel a little bit stressed, a little bit worried? Tell me about that.
So when the whole thing, when it was kind of small, when it was just in like China and stuff, there was a lot of, oh my God, did you hear about this at school? A lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everyone was keeping an eye on the news and being really, like, they're keeping their eye on everything and telling people about everything, and the teachers trying to calm people down, stuff like that. So
Did you find that a lot of kids at school were not overreacting, but the chat was like making things a little bit more stressful than maybe it would have been otherwise?
Yeah, because especially when it was going to the end of the first term, we had a couple tests coming up, and just adding on to this with the whole bish bash of people talking and everything, it was just a bit much for some people, I think.
Okay.
But yeah.
Fair enough. Now, I know that this has affected your day-to-day activities, obviously being at school, and your extracurricular activities. So I know you're a very busy boy most nights of the week with all your extracurricular activities. All these activities have been cancelled, yes?
Yes.
So how has that made you feel, having to be home now, working from home or schooling from home? How has it made you feel that all your extracurricular activities have also been cancelled? Actually, tell us what those are. What do you do after school?
So usually on Mondays I have dancing, then Tuesdays I have sport, then Wednesdays I have scouts, and then Thursdays I have sport training. Then on Fridays I have musical theatre, YBC, and then to have that all like sucked away basically at one time, it's just like, it feels like school holidays, but also like there's nothing to do really. You have to find new stuff to do, and there's just a lot of extra time that just feels like wasted and stuff, like to not be doing what you're usually doing. It just feels a bit strange, really.
I remember you saying that it just felt a bit odd because you felt like everything that you love to do was kind of taken away from you. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, definitely. Because it's like everything, it was 1 week that Scouts got cancelled, and then YBC was starting to get a bit cautious and saying that they might have to close. And then all of it basically in 1 week just went kapoof.
Yeah.
And it was just a bit like, oh my God.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of the other things, obviously, so you've got all your activities and all, your learning and stuff, but one of the best things about school is your friends and your mates, and you're not being able to see them day to day or hang out or anything like that. So what have you been doing to keep in touch with your friends during school hours or after hours or whatever? Because obviously, you're not seeing them every day.
So maybe for the period of time that we were schooling from home, we would use 2 periods where we'd do a FaceTime thing or just an audio thing.
Okay.
Where we'd talk while we were doing our separate tasks or whatever.
Oh, as in you would FaceTime your friends to talk to them
yes.
separately. Oh, cool.
Yes.
That's smart.
As a group.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, so we usually just get in the chat, type that we're all ready to go, and then we'd all just chat and have what we'd usually do just via the phone. So.
Oh, fair enough. That's good. What else do you do? Do you that's fun after school because I know you like to play Minecraft, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So tell us a bit more about that and how that works.
So with everything being sucked away, everyone found that they had a lot more time to be gaming.
Oh.
And so my friends set up a server. We all started playing together. It was all just a lot of fun, which was quite good at this time where everything felt like it was going to be all gone, and then we were all playing together, so it felt really nice to be with my friends.
That's
so,
good. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad, because one of the hardest things about isolation as adults even is the fact that you're not being able to be social with people, and it's good, I think, for you to be in contact with your friends to make it feel as normal as it can feel in this weird situation. Now I know in Australia that it's school holidays, which it's not currently here in the UK, is it?
Not quite, no.
Usually that would mean, going to the beach or to the museum or to the movies or making activities for yourself. Obviously, you can't do that. So what have you been doing instead of all these things being stuck inside?
Well, there's been a lot of baking.
A lot of baking. Tell us what you've been baking.
So we baked a fruit cake.
Oh.
And we baked 2 chocolate cakes.
2 chocolate
Nice.
cakes. I love that. Just in case one went wrong.
Or in case one wasn't enough.
In case one wasn't enough. That's fair.
And some small snacks like muesli bars, things like that.
Very healthy. Very good.
Unfortunately, I couldn't bake one of the lemon cakes that you were talking
Yes,
about in the last
Joshua,
episode.
call back
That's
to
a
previous
lovely.
episode.
Well done.
Yes, Joshua.
You must listen to our
Oh my
podcast.
God.
Speaking of lemon cake, maybe you should tell everyone about your lemon cake adventures, Sam, while we're on lemon
Oh my
cake.
God, I made this lemon cake. It was potentially the best thing I've ever made.
Could you tell 20 listeners,
Yes.
we appreciate every one of you,
Yeah.
could you tell them what was the difference between avocado lemon cake
Okay.
and this lemon cake? What was the main difference?
The main difference was the 250 grams of butter I put in it. Okay.
yeah.
Now, the cake had self-raising flour in it and doubled in size.
It did, it was
It
so
did.
much.
It was huge. It took me a week and a half to eat, which is the longest it's ever taken me to eat a lemon cake in its entirety. It was potentially, no, I can safely say the best thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Wow, okay, that's a big
It
call.
was unbelievable. I'm gonna quit all other work when this finishes. I'm gonna go into lemon cake production. I'm gonna run it out of my kitchen in Golders Green, and we're gonna export them across the world.
Okay,
And it's
I
gonna be
can't wait
Sam's
for this to
lemon
be
cake.
such a success. Sam's lemon cake.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. That sounds like a really
Just
good
does
way
what
to
it says
spend
on the
your
tin.
time. Yeah.
yeah, and eventually we might branch out into carrot, but only when we're ready.
Oh,
So
maybe
that's
the
it's a 10-year goal.
the
okay?
next podcast will be I made a carrot cake with oranges and it went wrong or something because you
No.
made lemon cake with avocados. You've
No,
got to
we've
do
got-
orange. It's got to do
carrot cake.
with
Yeah.
potato or something.
Oh my God, that's genius.
Actually, what did we make the other
We
day?
made sweet potato brownies.
We did make. Sorry, Joshua. We'll come back to it in a second. We made chocolate protein sweet potato brownies.
Yeah.
And they're healthy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there
the
comes-
difference to when I bake to when Jess bakes is that we have to use protein powder, whereas when I bake, it's how much butter can I physically fit into the mixture.
which is yours do taste slightly better.
Yeah, because there's literally
Better for your insides? Don't know.
no, definitely not better for you. No.
But why would you eat cake otherwise? You don't eat cake to be
Yeah.
better for your insides, do you?
No.
Yeah.
No one's like, I'm going on a retreat, and oh God, I've got to eat 14 slices of cake a day. Oh, damn it.
That's true. Anyway, back to my Yui Boom 2 over here that has my brother on
Your
the
sponsor,
line.
we'd love as many
Oh,
speakers
yay!
as
Yui
you
Boom
could give us.
2,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be great.
We were talking about school holidays, so you said you've been doing lots of baking. Is there anything else you've been doing?
A bit of Netflix.
Oh, yes, a bit of Netflix. What about, I know you were doing a puzzle.
Oh yes, lots of puzzles. So
Lots of puzzles.
we've completed one, which was of Luna Park. I
Oh,
think it
lovely.
had around 1,000 to 2,000 pieces. So
Oh,
it
get it.
was pretty good accomplishment. It looked very good.
That's good.
We just packed that one away, and we're starting a Fantasia one.
Ooh, me like it. Anything else that you've been doing, like going for walks and things like that?
Yeah, lots of walks, like every day or every second day.
Yep.
Trying just to go around the block or going for a walk.
Fair enough. What's it been like being stuck inside with your brother, eh? How's that going? Because that's one of the things, I think being stuck in, it's hard being inside all the time with the people that you love.
It's really difficult.
It can be. I know, I can be hard work. Sometimes.
I'm never hard work.
Oh, shut up. You are hard work sometimes too.
Interesting.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's about balance. Hashtag balance. Yeah, what's it like being inside with Nicholas all the time?
Well, he calls it social distancing, but I'm staying in one room, he's staying in the other.
That's quite clever.
That's fair.
He's on the Xbox, and then I'm on the computer. Then when he's not on the Xbox, I'm on the Xbox. And
Wow, you guys are really social distancing, aren't you?
Do you cleanse the controllers after
Yeah,
you
do you make sure you wipe them down with antibiotics?
Always.
Oh,
Definitely.
Yeah. That's always
Even before the corona thing.
Yeah.
Even when he's touching it.
You don't want brother germs. Cuties. Cool. I know there's something that we've started doing to try, because I was messaging you the other day and you were saying, like, what have you been up to? And you were like, oh, nothing much. It's been a bit boring or whatever. So what have we started doing to try and get you to feel less like you've got more things to do?
So I have been challenged. I have been given the challenge by the one and the Jessica Condon
Okay, that's
to
me.
throughout the week be given maybe, well, however many I decide to do, a couple different tasks that will give me different points, which will eventually lead up into a big prize at the end.
Prize. So so basically, what I'll be doing is sending Joshua random tasks to do. Like yesterday, I asked him if he'd like to write a haiku about COVID. Did you do it, Joshua?
I am halfway through my haiku.
Ooh.
I've been thinking.
Can you give us
throughout the night?
Can you give us your halfway point? What you've got on you?
Well, I don't want to give away too much.
Okay, all right.
Correct.
Well, maybe at some point I will get you to send us your haiku, and I'll let our audience know what your haiku was.
I can give you the first rhyme.
Oh, okay. Go
Just
ahead.
a sneak peek. It goes, isolating ourselves. Where's all the food on the shelves? I know. Don't cry. Keep it together.
Don't cry, I love it. And yeah, so to try and keep Joshua, feeling like he's doing some things and being active and all those things, I am going to be sending him tasks. So yesterday, I think I asked you to do 10 push-ups while singing a song, and you sang Happy Birthday, which was awesome. And then the other day, I told you had 60 minutes to go and read a chapter of a book or something, just random things like that you won't know what's going on, and I'll just be like, hey, do this.
You're doing this for me as well, which is really helpful.
Well, you don't know I'm doing it.
I'm not empty the dishwasher. There's no prize. This is what I'm doing about.
Yeah, I'm not calling it a game with you.
It's just life. Yeah, it's adulting.
The thing is, like, I think because I'm so far from my family, it's a nice way of us, connecting as well, and also making me, because if I was home, I would be helping Joshua we'd be hanging out and we'd be doing stuff. So because we can't do that, this is a nice way of touching base. And I also think I'm going to do the same with my mum. I'm just going to send her random things just because I like doing that. I'm going to be like, today, wear your most exciting earrings to work, or something random like that, just to keep things fun and exciting, or whatever. So final interview question. So is there anything that you're hoping to accomplish or start or finish during your social isolation, Joshua?
Well, I am starting a goal to play the keyboard.
Yes,
So,
nice goal.
I'm doing different YouTube courses, and there's
Very good.
an online course that I'm about to start.
Very good.
Which is to help me learn how to play chords.
Awesome.
Pretty good.
That's really cool. I love that. And that's a great way for you to feel like, you're working towards something, which is fabulous. So that's officially the end of the official interview section. But for all the people that we get on, we're going to do what's called the COVID quiz. Now, I haven't sent you any of these questions, Joshua. So it's basically what comes into your brain when I ask these things. Okay, are you ready for the COVID quiz?
Sure.
He's like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, first question. Who would you be stuck in isolation with? If you could pick anyone, who would you pick?
Oh, Chris Hemsworth. Already got it.
Oh, okay. Explain.
Well, I think he'd be really good company.
That's
He's
fair. That's fair.
a solid guy.
He is a solid guy, you're right. It's just not what I was expecting.
You was expecting me to say you?
Yeah,
She so was. That was amazing. I'd much rather Chris Hemsworth as well.
I'm dead. Oh, I'm dying. Okay.
Oh, wow, that was
Okay,
amazing.
well, that was question one. Oh. Okay. What's the one food you can't live without in isolation?
Ooh, a bit of fish and chips.
Oh, also left of field.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say something like chocolate or like
Lemon cake.
lemon cake. Great, fish and chips. Oh, I could rock some fish and chips right now. Cool. Show you have binge watched while you're in isolation.
Well, I started this show called Sex Education. It's very good.
Are you
It's
allowed to
very
watch
good.
that?
Yeah, that
A
counts.
bit inappropriate, but it's good.
It's a bit inappropriate, but it's good.
So maybe
That's what I thought. That was my review.
Inappropriate, but it's good. Hey, Netflix.
Yeah.
Sex Education.
A bit inappropriate, but good.
Good.
On the front of the DVD cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poster,
dear.
that'd be amazing.
That's awesome. Okay, fair
It
enough.
is really good.
What has been the best thing about isolation?
Maybe just cooking with my mum. It's really a lot of fun.
That's lovely. Oh, I love that. What has been the hardest thing about isolation?
Maybe just not being able to say, hey, friends, let's go to the shops or something like that.
Yeah,
It's just
simple
a
stuff
bit-
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard. Okay, this is a good one. I like this one. Okay, if they started restricting time limits for shopping and you only had 5 minutes to get in, shop, buy, and exit, what would you get?
Oh, okay. So a bit of pasta, because pasta's just simple and easy and yummy.
Uh-huh.
You get the trolley, you just start sweeping your arm across the lolly aisle and just pushing all the
Correct.
stuff inside.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And then you grab some cleaning stuff, because you got to be smelling good for all the people that aren't there. And, you then run to the chip aisle.
The chip
And
aisle.
You just start snagging all the ones you think look good. And
Okay.
then by then the 5 minutes.
I think,
probably
your
over
5
and-
minutes is done.
Yeah.
I think your 5 minutes was done after the lolly aisle, to be honest.
So
but you
in
never know.
isolation, you'll be eating
It depends how fast you run.
chips.
You'd be eating chips, pasta, lollies, and cleaning products.
But you'd be clean while you ate the
You'd
chips.
be so clean. Awesome. Okay. What's the first thing you're going to do when all this is over?
Probably just start sneezing on people. That'll just be the best.
Or coughing.
And not feel guilty about it.
Yeah.
Never washing my hands. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Just stop washing
Just
my
sell all my empty bag.
Yeah.
Burn the toilet paper.
Oh my god. Yeah. Please don't.
No, I won't. We need
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Okay, okay, final question. Something that you do every day or a ritual that has helped you get through isolation.
Maybe just doing a bit of breathing.
Breathing, like meditation.
Yeah. Yes, I've been starting doing that. Like
Do you do
before
that?
I go to bed or
Oh yeah, before
when
bed.
I wake up.
That's awesome. I love that. At 14, I would never have meditated. That wasn't what I was doing with my time, but I guess I wasn't in a global crisis.
No,
So,
that's true.
I love that. Do you have an app that you use, or do you just breathe?
Well, when we were doing PE, we were doing like mindfulness and stuff
that's
like that. So they
awesome.
taught us a bunch of breathing exercises and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Kudos to you. I'm not going to say the school, but kudos to school.
School.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Joshua. Thank you for giving us your insights and being so eloquent. I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
14 right there. But yeah, thank you. And try and enjoy the rest of your isolation, and I'll give you a task after the podcast is finished.
I'll send some lemon cake.
Looking forward.
Yes, and Sam's going to put some lemon cake in the
Post?
post for you.
Oh yeah.
Or he's
work?
just going to send you a video of him eating the lemon cake so that you get the full experience without actually experiencing. You might want to put a lemon in your mouth while he's doing that.
I'll make lemon-related suggestions.
Or he could just send you the ingredients and you could make it yourself. But that seems
Yeah, you just need butter.
way too practical. Just butter.
Yeah.
Just a whole lot of butter.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. Thank you so much, Joshua, and enjoy the rest of your isolation, or try.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye.
Isn't he a sweetheart?
He is lovely.
Oh my god, I miss
He
him
is.
so much. I just think he's the absolute, perfect human. He's just so down to earth for a 14-year-old boy. I just miss him. So thank you, Joshua, for giving us your time. You're a sweetheart, and I miss you very much. I think my favourite part of that was his favourite part of isolation was baking with his mum.
Yeah, that was very lovely.
My heart.
Yeah.
My heart. My least favourite was that he picked Chris Hemsworth over me.
Yeah,
but
he did.
that's fine.
He
It's
did.
okay. It's
Yeah,
all good.
I would too, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. So anyway, if you liked this new sort of podcast direction that we took, or if you liked any of the other podcasts that we've done so far, it would be awesome if you could share for us. Because we're so new, and this is really annoying to have to ask this, of course, but. It's how we get out there and how we get people listening. So if you liked it, give us a share. We're currently on SoundCloud, right? This is Sam's area, so I'm going to give it to you.
Technical director.
Yeah.
You were on SoundCloud at the moment, and then once Apple Music go, oh my god, what's this amazing new thing? We're going to put it everywhere. Oh my god! For some reason, they're kind of American and Irish.
Yeah.
We're going to then be on Apple Music, so we'll let you know when that happens. But it's SoundCloud from now on.
SoundCloud for
and
now.
it's really easy to share. There's just a share button. And
Oh,
you just click it.
there you go.
There
Look
go.
at you go.
Oh, check me out.
Love that, yes. But just keep listening. We'll be coming to you with different things. So we might do another one that's just us chatting to each other. I know, amazing. And then we might get another person in, potentially someone from the music side of things who's lost their job due to Corona and how that has affected them and all that sort of stuff. So I've got plans. The other day when I couldn't sleep, I made a whole lot of plans, didn't I, Sam?
I woke up to a whole new podcast.
Oh my God, you did.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
So there's lots of plans, so we're very excited about that. But for those of you who were listening last week, we do have an Apple update.
Yes,
So
not the music, the fruit.
yes, the fruit. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to
You've
our
got a
last
podcast to
podcast.
listen to,
Yes, you
yeah.
do. So last week we were talking about how Sam and I have different ways of eating an apple.
We do.
One with a knife, one without a knife. One
It's not
with just
different ways. One's right, one's wrong.
Well-
Let's not beat around the bush.
well, we're gonna beat.
Yeah.
So
Not in
around the
public.
bush. Anyway, We are on even footing, so I've had a few people come to me and say, oh, by the way, this is how I eat an apple, or by the way, this is how I do. So Sam and I are currently even, on an even score.
Who were these people?
They were my friends.
Oh, your friends, okay.
But one picked you over me, so...
Oh, interesting. Well, my way of eating an apple, it's not...
She's quite honest.
Okay.
Thanks, Ash.
That's good. The honesty's a positive thing.
So if you could, I don't know, can you comment on
You can comment on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
You can comment on specific times in the podcast.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's
there you
wonderful.
go, guys. So yeah, if you want to comment and tell us your apple eating preference, or send me a message, send Sam a message. Do you have friends? I
have friends. I don't think any of them are listening though, but I have one or two. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, send us a message and we'll keep the apple score going.
Yes.
We also have a games tally because we've been playing some games. And would you like to tell our listeners who's ahead on the games tally?
Well, see, this is we only play 2 games. We play Snap.
Oh yeah.
And we play Families, for want of a better word.
Families.
It's called Families.
Go fish.
Well, yeah, but it's basically Families.
It's fishing.
Fishing. And it's currently 7-4 to Jess.
Yes.
But that's just because we haven't played enough games. It's not a fair representation.
Okay.
It's not enough games for a correct statistical score.
Well, I guess maybe we should start playing some more games. Anyway, we'll come back to you with that next week. Mainly comment about your apple preference.
Yes,
that would be.
Please remind us what the wrong way is.
The wrong way is to eat it with a knife, which is your.
No, that's well played. Well played. Well played.
So my way is to eat it like the primates would eat an apple.
Exactly, like all the
which
old-fashioned ancient people.
No, I think you eat it like an old-fashioned.
No,
an old man.
Maybe a posh person,
Yeah,
but not
a posh person. I eat it with my teeth, holding the apple and eating it with my teeth, the way that it was made to be eaten. How do you?
Made to be eaten, like someone designed the apple. You get it. My way is far more civilized. Sorry, mine and Ash's way.
Yes.
We become a team as soon as you agree with me. You just get a knife and you slice it up and you eat the slices as you go. It's just so wonderfully civilized.
Perhaps you should do a podcast with Ash.
Maybe.
Ash and Sam.
Genius,
it has a ring
actually.
to it, actually.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Ash, have a think about it. Anyway, we will hopefully get one to you next week. Stay safe, stay well, and stay positive, and we'll speak to you soon.
Yes, we will.
Bye now.
Bye.